The new IZZY Operator is finally here in Modern Warfare 2. The first thing you get is the new Operator, and since it's a new Operator, she is going to have voice lines, so we're going to be testing those out. Then we've got the Bootlicker finishing move. We're going to try all versions. We've got new weapons with pink/anime tracers and purple Pow Elimination effect. A little bit of a sneak preview there. These weapons look pretty sick. They seem to glisten in the light. Then we've got one for a sniper for the MCPR here as well. This one being prone tomb, same tracer effects, an active duty slot in DMZ, a vehicle skin, a charm, a sticker, and a loading screen. If you want to see more bundle reviews like this in the future where we test out everything, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. The IZZY Operator's on the core tac team. Here's what other people are going to see when you're playing as IZZY. She's got the white hair. She's got purple eyes. She's got like a wetsuit/leotard on, but then she's got almost like a tactical suit that she's halfway wearing with an armor plate hanging down. She's got some night vision goggles here. Definitely an interesting uniform. She's like half wearing tactical suit, half not. It's like she was in the process of changing when they took this uniform off her. She was like halfway taking off her tactical suit, and they're like, you know what? This is when we're gonna take your player model, when you're halfway undressing, and that's gonna be the IZZY player model. She's got the braided hair here. Oh, she's got some tattoos. She's got an hourglass, some symbols, looks like some playing card symbols. She's got some tattoos on her hand as well. Don't know exactly what that means, but yeah, there's the IZZY Operator. Imagine a game with tons of awesome champions, intense PvE and PvE content. Well, you don't have to imagine anymore. That's Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of our video. We're going to dive all into it, but first, a lesson from Professor Death Knight.
Professor Death Knight here with a lesson about Live Arena, the new PvP mode where you can fight against other players in real time. Sounds terrifying? Well, so's going to the dentist. You should still do it. Live Arena has a draft feature where you can pick and ban champions to fight for you. Teamwork. When you win matches, you'll get Live Arena crests towards unlocking special area bonuses, or so I hear. I'm too afraid to try any of this out. All right, class. Any questions?
Yes, how do you feel about banning champions in the Live Arena?
I hate it. I wish everybody could play. Back in school, I would always get picked last.
What about your battle strategy in the Live Arena?
Well, everyone thinks I'll go in fighting, but nobody expects my charm. My best strength is the gift of gab. I hope you use this knowledge you've gained here today about Live Arena to head off and do battle. Live! Class dismissed. Do we have a bell? Oh, we should totally get a bell.
On top of this, there's also a new boss, Akamari the Phantom Shogun. He's going to drop everything you need for Accessory Ascension so you can take your gear to new height. New players scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description to download Raid for free and get a starter pack with all this awesome loot. Now let's take a look at the blueprints and tracers. The first one for the ISO Hemlock, and I am so glad we're finally getting an ISO Hemlock with tracers. You guys know this weapon gets no love, but in all seriousness, I really do like the texture on this weapon. It's got an oily latex texture on the weapon. Gonna be really interesting to see how that works when we start putting mastery camos on it. It's got IZZY's colors on it, got the pink and purple the same on her uniform, got an underbarrel grenade launcher. I wonder if that's gonna have any sort of special effects and elimination effects. Then for the second weapon, we got an MCPR. This weapon actually doesn't have a lot of tracers, so it's nice to see. Once again, got that latex oily texture on it. That is just a very interesting look for a weapon. It almost looks like the uniform she's wearing. The rest of the weapon's pretty basic, just shares the colors that she has. Go ahead, take a look at the reticles. So it's got a custom purple reticle, nothing too crazy. Does it change when you shoot it? Yeah, no, nothing changes with that. The sniper, got a purple little dot in the center, nothing too crazy. Let's test out the tracers, and that is some crazy muzzle flash. That is gonna make it hard to see. Luckily, it goes away when you ADS. There's still a little bit of muzzle flash when you ADS, but imagine if it was like that when you wouldn't be able to see anything. When you're hip firing with this, be careful because your visibility is going to be a little bit impaired when you're ADSing with this bad boy. Let's check out the sniper. And yes, the sniper has the same crazy, ridiculous muzzle flash. If this is what the muzzle flash looks like, I can't wait to see the elimination effect. And we're out of ammo. Let's get some more of that. All right, impact effects. Show me what you got. And it's hard to even see the impact effects with the muzzle flash. We're going to have to ADS. What is that supposed to be? Is that just fire? I don't get the reference here. This is just... Is this just like... Oh, wait, there's also like a little electric spark or a little anime effect when you hit it. I don't know. It's just like a little light. I don't know what I guess it's like a little anime flame. That's going to be my best guess. I'm going to assume that's what it is. Let's do a little smiley face. All right, check out the sniper. And it's the same thing, just appears to be a little bit bigger. The MCPR's got a custom laser sight. It doesn't appear to be anything too crazy. It's just purple, but oh wow, it gets really big as you get close. Nothing with any special moving effects like we've seen in the past, just purple. Now for the grenade launcher. With this, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's any special effects on the nade launcher. Sometimes with bundles you get them, sometimes you don't, but this one doesn't appear. Maybe you'll have a death effect. Maybe when we take an enemy out with the nade launcher, maybe that will have an effect. So go underground. Let's see these tracers in a dark environment. Yeah, you do not want to hip fire this in the dark. You're not seeing anything. If you're in the dark, ADS with this weapon. Ooh, but it looks kind of nice. Now we got the MCPR as well. Yep. Now for obviously the most important tracer test. What happens when you shoot it in water? Oh, actually, it does have a special effect when you shoot it in water. I don't know why, but there have been some bundles recently that have special effects. This almost looks kind of bugged out and the texture's not... What? So yes, there is a special effect when you shoot this one into water. This is now another bundle that we have that something special happens if you decide to shoot your weapon into water. If you take the scope off the Hemlock, this is what the iron sights look like. Nothing too crazy. Okay, let's see something. And yeah, it's just ridiculous what I thought it would be. Don't play the nighttime map with this weapon and hip fire. Overall, not the craziest tracer and impact effects we've seen, but pretty solid. All right, mastery camo time. Here's gold, and it does. It has that waxy look to it. It's kind of interesting on gold. At least it looks different than the normal gold texture does. Then we have it on the MCPR, and it does. It's like gold, but it's got wax all over it. Platinum looks really good on the Hemlock. It almost has this purple hue all over the middle of it, and I like the way that looks a lot. Then if we take a look at the MCPR, it does the same thing. It's got normal platinum on the top, but in the middle is that purple hue. Polyatomic looks really good. It really matches with the pink accents, really fits the theme of this weapon. The MCPR is kind of basic on it though. Yeah, I'm not really feeling Orion. It just doesn't really match the theme that well. Bowing Blossoms is weird, but also good at the same time. I love the flowing way it looks. The waxy parts kind of just look different on this. Yeah, projectile just isn't it. Wouldn't recommend running this camo on it. Galvanic on them is fire. The electricity really matches well with the blueprint. The boys mastery camo on these just isn't it. Then finally we've got the solid camos, and this is better than all of the mastery camos. This whiteout is my favorite way to run this, and all of the solid camos just look so good on this. Then if we go to the MCPR, there's so much more detail here. On the other camos, it kind of covered everything, but now you get those purple chrome accents. And yeah, I'd recommend just running whiteout on this or any other solid camo for that fact. Now for the custom hit marker and elimination effects on these weapons. So if we shoot an enemy, yes, there's, whoa, it's like the blood like goes all over the place. The hit marker effect, it just spreads the blood out in like slow-mo way far across their body. That doesn't even scream anime to me. It's just interesting. Is this like an anime effect on the blood? I don't... Okay, not what I expected with that. Then when we take an enemy out, what happens? So we take them out. I don't really see anything with that. They just... it's just a big explosion. So it's like this effect here, just bigger is all that happens. What if we get a headshot? Anything special? Sorry, bud, but I'm going to have to... No, it doesn't seem like there's anything crazy going on for a headshot effect. The elimination effects on these are kind of basic. It's just a giant puff explosion. Okay, this doesn't have anything to do with the tracers, but yeah, if you get a triple headshot clad or a quadruple headshot clad, nothing special happens. It just blows them all away. You feel like the explosion's bigger on a headshot? Okay, we'll test that out. I don't think so. So there's... No, it's the same. The headshot doesn't affect it whatsoever. Maybe if it is, it's so tiny it doesn't matter. Here's all the different versions of IZZY's Bootlicker finishing move in Modern Warfare 2, starting with a standing up operator. Okay, well, he definitely licked the boot. Next, we've got a proned operator. Ooh, all right. And then we've got a downed operator. Oh, sorry, Timmy. So overall, this is an okay finishing move, but with all the other crazy superhero ones we've got recently, like, this doesn't really compare to Laser Eyes. It doesn't compare to the Black Noir one or the Starlight one. It's not terrible, but it's just kind of basic compared to what we've got recently in contrast. Here's the voice lines you'll hear while playing as IZZY, and some of them are pretty interesting. 敵のスナイパーがいる偵察飛行を要請する死にたいのはドイツだマークスマンライフルがあったすまないちょっとやりすぎたピストルがあった地獄に落ちろ敵がいるマガジン交換リロードするマガジンを変える投入地点をマークテルミットを投げる
敵をマークする。私の位置を偵察してくれ。ボムドローンを展開した。カウンター UAB を呼ぶ。偵察飛行を要請する。敵のライオットシールドだ。こいつはライオットシールドを持ってる。近接武器があった。アサルトライフルがあった。ピストルがあった。戦利品だ。ライオットシールドがあった。移動する。ここに向かう。敵だ。敵を倒した。ランチャーがあった。敵を発見。ワンダウン。MGB を許可する。やれ。死なせるもんか。私がついてる。もちろんだ。いいんじゃないか。ねえ、準備はできてる。復帰させてくれ。結局信じられるのは自分だけだ。注意しろ。この辺りは危険だ。なんとか持ち直した。撃つんじゃない。何やってる。敵を撃て。味方だ。クズがむやみに撃つな。誰かがここをさらい尽くしてる。気をつけろ。敵の C4 だ。フラッシュを使う。しまった。撃たれた。だま、奴らに狙われてる。敵の攻撃を受けてる。さあ、やられた。ありがとう。クソったれ。治療してくれ。テルミットを投げる。そこに座ってろ。このセクターを見張る。ここを見張る。ここで戦利品を探す。めぼしいものを探す。ここに集合だ。マークした位置に集まれ。ここを死守する。ここを守る。奴らに音を聞かれるな。静かに。キャッシュがいる。武器が必要だ。タクティカルを持ってる。タクティカルがいる。リーサルを持ってる。リーサルがいる。フィールドアップグレードを持ってる。弾薬があるぞ。味方の弾薬箱だ。誰かフィールドアップグレードをくれないか。敵の要塞を視認したガイガーサーチ契約があった。ホステージ契約をマークス。インテル契約があった。カーゴ契約をマークス。ハント契約があった。エリミネーション契約があった。スカベンジャー契約があった。トラックがあった。車をマークする。アーマーを持ってる。アーマーがいる。ああ、私が使う。スティムがあった。スポッタースコープがあった。カスタムされた武器があった。LMG の弾があった。センプテックスがあった。LMG の弾があった。忘れてくれ。大口径弾があった。フィールドアップグレードか。私にくれ。ポータブルレーダーがあった。ソナーを仕掛ける。UAB タワーがあった。小口径弾があった。脱出ゾーンをマークする。了解した。商品があった。無線機を見つけた。味方のタクティカルカメラだ。購入ステーションがあった。ガスマスクをマークする。ショットシェルをマークする。ヘリをマークする。いいものがある。やられた。情報を渡せ。すぐに終わるさ。ドリルチャージを使う。味方がセットしたドリルチャージだ。
Let's see if these tracers can be used on other weapons and what happens if we take all the attachments. So here is the ISO Hemlock. And, yeah, you take all the attachments off this, and it looks interesting. You definitely want to keep the barrel on, and you are going to lose the attachments on this if you change the ammo type. So by default, this has the 300 blackout rounds on it, so go ahead. Which one is it? It's these ones right here. And unfortunately, no, even though this is an ammo type, you're not able to apply this on anything else. This is the only weapon these tracers can be used on, even though it is an ammo type. Usually that means you can use it on other weapons, not this time around. And if you take off this ammo type, you are going to lose the tracer. So if you're buying this bundle, make sure you like the .300 blackout rounds on the ISO Hemlock. Let's do the same thing this time for the sniper. Go ahead, remove all these attachments. Okay, this one looks pretty clean, even with no attachments. And luckily enough, you are not going to lose the tracers on this. Oh yeah, pretty much the whole thing stays, even the scope there. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful looking gun, even with no attachments. And luckily, this one does get to keep those. But if you do want to make a one-shot sniper build and put on the explosives, or if you want to put on high velocity, because those are usually what you want to use, either high velocity or explosive if you're playing Warzone, that is going to remove the tracers on these. So you can't run any ammo type on this if you want the tracers and effects. And it does get rid of the death effects too. If you change the ammo type, death effects also gone. And finally, for our last test, let's see if these tracers work in DMZ/Warzone. But first, let's go ahead and spec the hands, because now that we're in DMZ, we can do that. And they look kind of interesting. You can see that tattoo there. I really don't know what that's supposed to be. Almost looks like a stick of dynamite, maybe? Yeah, really not too clear to me what that's supposed to be. Sometimes with tracer effects, they work against bots. Sometimes they don't. So it looks like the impact effects, the muzzle flash work in DMZ/Warzone. But let's see what happens when we take out a bot. Let's see if anything special happens. Where, you know, whenever I'm playing DMZ, and I don't want to find bots, they're all over. But when I'm looking for bots, they're nowhere to be found. All right, here we go. So we take them out. What happens? Yes, and it does look like the death effect works in DMZ. Let's take him out with the Nade Launcher. Let's try out this bad boy. Let's see. Boom. I think that's just the normal explosion effect, right? It doesn't appear to be any special death effect when you take him out. using the grenade launcher on this. But with that, guys, overall, this is a pretty interesting bundle. You get a new operator with new voice lines. You get a new finishing move, weapons with pretty cool tracers, a DMZ active duty slots, and 2 very pay-to-win DMZ weapons. You get a 15-minute cooldown on the ISO Hemlock, which is still really good after the most recent patch, and the MCPR, which in my opinion is the best DMZ sniper. Having the 15-minute cooldown on these weapons is going to help you win so many more DMZ games than what you'd win normally. But is it worth it? I guess that's up for you to decide. I don't like to tell people whether a bundle's worth it or not. I just show you everything that's in the bundle, what it looks like before you buy it. That way you can make your own informed decision. If you want to see any other videos like this in the future, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.